Cheers, everybody. We are back for another edition of Bourbon on a Budget. It's review time, which is my favorite time of the week. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We have an exciting episode that we're going to jump right into. It's technically December when you're watching listen to this.
No.
But when we recorded this, it was Thanksgiving. Nice cork pop there. Sounded like one of mine. And what are we drinking there? Ben, let's go full screen on you. What do we got tonight?
Man. Tonight we are drinking the holiest of holy. The greatest of great.
Please don't say that ever
this
again.
Year's Master's Keep Wild Turkey 1.
Woo!
Excited for
Toasted
this.
barrel.
Very excited for that. Does anybody have the specs on this? Did
I got it.
I got the specs.
Oh, you got it?
All you have to do is you got to just open this little box that they give you when you buy it. And it's on the little cover. They give you, it's a blend of 8 to 10 year whiskeys and 14-year-old whiskeys toasted. Oh my gosh. That's it. There you go. That's the specs.
I'll add to what Ben said because he's clearly intoxicated already. It's proofed at 101.
Proofed at 101?
Yeah.
Oof.
The mash bill is, belief standard wild turkey bourbon mash bill, 75% corn, 30% rye, 12% malted barley. By the way, I'm Brendan. That's Ben. TJ did not introduce us because rude.
People know who we are.
MSRP 175-ish.
Oh yeah, it's big boy.
Is that about right, Ben? As someone who has the,
I remember that credit card statement coming in. That sounds about right.
Dollars. All right. So it's dumped into new toasted and charred oak barrels for additional aging in Tyrone's Rickhouse G, which is considered one of the better rickhouses for wild turkey. Per Rare Bird 101, quote, it's important to note the finishing barrels were toasted and charred allowing the whiskey to maintain its straight bourbon designation. Now, real quick, guys, before we get into the review here, we went over 2 weeks ago the 17-year-old Bottle and Bond, which was last year's Master's Keep.
Yep.
Ben, you have the nice box there. It's a beautiful box to go along with a great bottle. I ordered my Master's Keep Bottle and Bond, which you guys hated. You brought that to me online, but declined to get the box because it would have been an extra $15 for shipping. Was that their right?
Freaking worth it. $15. Are you kidding me?
Extra.
You didn't pay that to get the box? Dude,
No.
It's sick, man.
So I would throw the box away after I was done with it. Like, what am I going to do with it like in a year or two?
It's $15 over the next 2 years. $7 a year. What, you wanted to put a penny a day away?
Ben wanting to pay for a cardboard box is a major upset. TJ, right? Like that's not something that I thought Ben would be.
That's like saying I go to Adidas and I'll sell you these pair of shoes, but you don't get the box or the laces for $10.
Do you guys keep?
Wait, you could Adidas?
Do you guys keep shoe
I'm just
boxes?
saying.
I throw those away.
I keep shoe boxes.
I keep them for a year and then I get rid of them.
But if I was to say you can get your shoes for $8
Just everyday shoes?
You just never know if an arts and craft project's going to strike you.
Oh, my Lord. Okay, let's get into this. You guys said you want to make this a quick review. We were on the show a long time with Elliot.
Pay the $15 for the box. Are you kidding me?
Thanks, Elliot. Enjoy watching us drink the bourbon you don't have.
I would typically buy a box, but yeah, this is ridiculous.
That's what
okay.
All right, let's talk about the nose on this thing.
Yeah, interesting. So, any of you guys getting a little fruity nose? Like a little strawberry, a little bit of grape, a little bit of toasty.
I could see the grape. Definitely the toasty. I don't think toasty's a fruit. I am getting the quintessential citrus lemon zest, which wild turkey lemon zest.
I think it's darker than lemon though. Like I said, to me like maybe a strawberry, a red raspberry.
There's something refreshing
these days.
He's very into it. It's a very refreshing nose, which I think you get into citrus or a light berry like a strawberry.
Yeah.
I'm getting the quintessential turkey cream and that bready vanilla caramel, which is like Cinnabunny-esque. But citrus and minty to me. Now that you're saying grape or strawberry.
Interesting.
It's that fresh. It's refreshing to me is what I think is what I'm interpreting here. Yeah, it's crisp. Oh, God, it splashed myself in the face. Not again.
Anyway, TJ, what do you got? Thanks, Brendan.
Definitely get the toastiness, but I get that zest. That that wild turkey zest with a little bit of rye, nothing crazy, a little bit of rye spice on it, some of that zest that Brendan mentioned.
A little bit of cream. I'm getting the cream now, like a creamy caramel.
I bet you are.
It's a great nose. It's a great nose.
I don't think you poured enough for me. I think you should give me a little more of this.
Thank you for sending me a
plenty
sample,
for you.
guys. Appreciate you being generous with this.
You're welcome, Brendan.
I don't think I was that generous with it, but
I could tell TJ likes it when it's 75. When I get a 75% sample instead
Those
of
are 2 ounce pours. Get out of here.
I'm not complaining about it.
it was Ben's bottle. I didn't know how much of Ben's bottle.
Ben wasn't home. He wouldn't have cared.
That's very valid.
I just know when TJ likes it. I could tell.
But it wasn't mine to not give away. I mean,
by the way,
he
Ben,
liked
did you
it.
like that we recorded a video in your house when you were
That was
there?
a solid play. It was a solid play. I thought
It was
good.
TJ's idea.
Yeah. He said it was your idea, but it was still good.
It was my idea to go to the house and knock on the door, not to
It was
record in
still
the
good.
house. That was
It
the
was
next
still
step. Thank you.
I didn't hate it. Okay. Speaking of not hating it, this bourbon is way better than Brendan's almond mascarpone.
It was super almondy.
I mean,
The bottle and bond. I don't want to say this is better, but this is very good in a different way, in my opinion.
right. I don't want to say it's better, but it's just more better than in every way than the other one that we had.
TJ, are you toasty whoring loving this? Also, your internet has been exquisite for the last 10 minutes. Knock on wood. This is amazing.
wow, Brendan really just ruined it. Thanks a lot, jerk.
Yeah, sorry. Buy internet that works.
The finish on this is like super long. It sits. It sits on you for days. And as TJ pretends to freeze, we will continue talking.
It's elite. No, it's really good. What do you think about the taste? Brendan, since you just took a sip, it's in your mouth right now, but talk to us
It
about
is.
it.
So, that woody tannic, like that you guys didn't like about the 17-year-old bottom bond, I'm getting that to a lesser extent with this, but a little more vanilla, a little more caramel, and that toasty gives it like a marshmallow, toasted marshmallow vibe. It's really good. The nose on this is great. The taste, the flavor profile on it, awesome. A little bit of red apple caramel. Like this is what you would expect for wild turkey, but I love that they went into the toasted realm to do this. Are you guys? What are you getting, Ben?
To me, it kind of continues from the nose. Like I get some light fruits, definitely a lot of decent oak, not like overly bitter oak, like not over oaked. But there's some vanilla, caramel. But I do like the lighter notes on the front end. You know, you have like I get strawberry. I'm interpreting it as strawberry, and that people could think that I'm crazy.
I can see it on the nose. I'm going through the flavor profile again and trying to think strawberry.
Yeah, definitely high vanilla. A lot of vanilla.
A good amount.
I like this.
You know what? On the finish, thinking of strawberry, I can get strawberry rhubarb pie. So a little more bitterness than just straight strawberry.
My experience with rhubarb is so limited.
Who has rhubarb?
I mean,
Don't give rhubarb to a dog; they'll die.
Have you killed a
my
dog?
dog loves it.
I've
Or
not
he
killed
loved
a dog.
Then he tragically passed away, and I have no clue
Yeah,
why.
he loved it.
R.I.P. Scruffy.
Rip.
Guys, this is good. Who used the word epic to describe this? TJ?
No, definitely not.
No.
Ben, I don't know if it's because we typically do our review first for a little movie magic for you guys, and we're doing this after having 2 wine finished whiskeys, and I think it might be screwing with us a little bit because I'm going to be very transparent. I don't like it as much as that night we had it, Ben. The first night we had it.
Yeah, I think that's messing with our palates.
We'll try it again next week. Ben,
I will.
send
We won't
Brandon
try to get-
another
we won't try
sample.
again next week.
Send me another sample.
We're definitely not trying again next week.
A full 2-ouncer, please.
I got you.
It's great. This is
What I think we're missing though is I think they're doing it a disservice to prove it down to 101. I think if this was at 110, it would drink way different. I think we're losing a lot of the the toast and like the punch with proofing it at 101 proof.
To add to
that's
that,
the issue.
I'm with you as I'm experiencing it. I love the nose. The taste is good, not elite, but very good. Where it loses me and where I start when we're thinking of limited release, annual edition, wild turkey, and you're expecting like a certain level of quality, the finish loses me. It's not unpleasant.
The finish is there. It's just our palates are so blown out from the stuff that we've been drinking.
You think so?
The finish is big. Like every review I've watched of this, it's like the taste is like average, but the finish is big. The finish just sits for considerably longer than you would expect at the current proof. Right. I think we're just blown out at after midwinters and things like finished whiskeys. And like I said, I think the primary culprit is the extra water added to proof it down.
I get 8-second finish. So I mean it's an above average finish for sure with flavor and pro. It's just again, we're talking about I'm gonna pull a Ben here, $100+.
It's way more than $100+.
Almost $200. Like I'm hoping for an epic special type of finish, and I
think we may need to do. I know we joked about. I told Ben we'll do it again next week. We may need to rapid review this in a couple of weeks, where we just take a little bit and kind of give it another fair shake. I hope that it's not that we ruined our palates with the other things that we recorded tonight. Because I did really like this the first time we had it. We put it up against the Michter's Toasted Barrel Bourbon, and we said it was much better, And I really like that. Like I'm a big homer for that. And even that night I said, nope, it's better than that. And so right now I'm not getting the same vibes off of it. And so we haven't really talked about this a ton, but where you are in the night of drinking and where you are in the day and what you've eaten and everything else can really impact your taste and what you feel like you're getting off of a thing of whiskey. Also, we haven't talked about this yet because I don't think we did a show last week, but did you? I put together my daughter's.
I was there when you put it together.
You were there. Yeah,
I was there. I saw it happen.
Sat right at my table. Yeah,
right at his table.
For those of you who are listening to this, not watching it, there is a giant frozen castle in the background of TJ.
It's not actually frozen. It's from the movie Frozen. Just for those that were thought like I had an actual frozen, like Elsa actually came to my house.
No one thought that.
All right, let's rate this thing. Nose out of 2.
I like the nose. 1.5.
I'm between 1.5 and 1.75.
Yeah.
I'm gonna round up because I think we just had 2 finished higher proof whiskeys. So I'll go 1.75. It's a great nose. It's really good. I can appreciate what they're doing here. Wild turkey mixed with the toastedness. Nice.
Yeah, it's their first toasted experiment, I think.
I'm going 1.75 as well. Also, really, really good. The toast does it for me. Taste, Brendan, you can go first here. Out of 4 points.
Very good. Not elite. Certainly above average. I'll go squarely with a 3.
I'm at 3.25 here. I'm a little higher than Brendan.
How dare you?
For whatever reason, this is not hitting me as great as I thought it would. Still get the great score at a 3, but it. And if I'd have reviewed this that night I had it the first time, Ben, which even was the neck pour, I'd probably been up at 3.25 or 3.5. Finish at a 1 point. I'll go first on this one. I got a 0.75. Finish is nice. Some of the rye spice comes back in around the end of it. I think the toast comes through. 0.75 me. Brendan.
0.5. It falls a little flat for me for what I would hope for.
Ben.
What's finish out of?
1, Ben. One every freaking time.
It's not a 6.
Constantly.
I'm going to go 0.75.
Thank you. Cohesion and complexity.
1.
Ooh, a full 1 on that.
Brendan? It's my bottle. It's expensive. I gotta give it, some points here. Come on, jeez. What are we going to give it, a 0?
0.75, Homer. It's certainly cohesive. A fair amount of complexity. Again, it's just like Ben said. If this was 110, I think we're talking about a totally different animal.
I think Brendan's spot on. It's cohesive. It's not as complex as I would like it, but still really good. Like I don't have a lot of complaints on this. So TJ,
not to derail us, which what I'm going to do, I would take that Penelope toasted cask strength that we had over this, I think, in a head-to-head.
Not to disagree with you, but y'all are both wrong.
TJ hasn't even had a opinion on it yet, so
as soon as we get off here, I'm going to try it though. Shout out Penelope, shout out Liquor Depot. We got some store picks from them. Penelope toasted barrel.
I don't think it's a store pick.
You see the look? That is panic in Ben's face when he thinks of a $70 bottle being better than a $200 bottle.
Oh boy!
Hey, I get excited about it. I get excited about it.
No, he's about to poop himself. I can feel it.
It's not a store pick. It's like a.
I can feel Ben's rectum right now. About to poop.
It's a special barrel release that was split up between two stores, one in Longwood and then one in Liquor Depot here. So
I need to go and open my bottle. Mine's so close.
Or just come over after this and try it head to head with my bottle that's already open.
Okay.
So yeah,
not even close.
Yeah, I think I'd go with that. So hey, we're pretty close on this still. I got a 6.25. Brendan's got a 6, and Ben with a 6.5. Heading into value, which is 2 points. Ben, you paid for this. So thank you for supplying the whiskey tonight.
Mm-hmm, thank you.
Yeah.
What is your pick on the?
So man, I struggle with this one a lot. In my head, I need a high-end wild turkey product, and this fits the bill. I don't know if does Wild Turkey release anything higher end than their Master's Keep every year?
They did like a diamond anniversary one a couple of years ago. That was probably like 100.
Yeah. So, but anything like Buffalo Trace's BTAC.
Yeah,
right?
but the Master's Keep is probably their
Is this their BTAC? So there's some intrinsic value in having like a super high end wild turkey product. I would like this a little more if this is at 110 proof. Man, why are they proving down to 101? That bothers me. I'm just gonna go 1 on value, which I'm probably higher than people, but I'm gonna go 1 because I needed that. I needed the check mark in my collection.
I'm gonna go a little higher than you. I'm gonna go 1.25 on this. I'm gonna give it an above average value score. I gave it a 6.25 out of 8. I said it was really good and very far above average. Like 4.25, 4.55 is all above average. So for me, like this is above average value. You get what you pay for here. It's also a great box. Sorry, Brendan. And a fantastic bottle. This would make a fantastic infinity bottle.
Yeah.
Great decanter later. If you, especially for somebody like Elliot that is a big wild turkey fan. So give me a 1.25 on this.
Brandon's giving this a 0.
No, I'm not. I told myself 2 points. 1, I told myself I would give Ben not 2 points. Like, don't put down 2 on the.
It's 2 points for Brendan. Thanks.
I told myself I would give the same amount of score that Ben gave. So 1 for me, but I think that's reasonable. He paid for it, so he has a good idea of the value. And you drop $150+ on a bottle, you got to feel pretty. There's a little bit of cojones that it takes to drop that kind of coin on a bottle. But
Ben's rich. So
Ben is rich. I've seen he has internet that in the same neighborhood that you cannot even fathom afford.
I have so much better internet. It's crazy.
I think it's average value. What I'm getting is a cool, unique bottle.
Yeah.
So I'm paying a lot of money for it, or Ben in this case is. Yeah. But I'm getting something that's unique, that's got the turkey vibe with a little bit of toast to it. The cool bottle, the cool box, which I wish I had for the 17-year. Yeah, this isn't a great value. I think we'll probably review $100 bottles that end up being more unique and more complex and closer to elite. This isn't bad. I don't think Ben should have buyer's remorse by any means.
Yeah, I don't regret buying it. The question should be, would I buy this again?
You would
at
not,
the same price and drink it. That's the question. I don't know if I would.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't.
But you have one in your collection, and you will probably drink it slowly because it's
one
very freaking slowly.
Yeah. So what's the total?
Handing out samples to everybody, but yeah.
So here's where I disagree with you guys slightly on this: is if you're
you shut your mouth. Sorry. Sorry.
If you're giving it above a 6 and our scale is 1 to 8, you're saying that it is a very above average bottle.
Yes.
And so to me, it's crazy to give it just an average value score. Like I just kind of think like you kind of get what you pay for. If you're getting like
similar to internet,
there are is my internet messing up again? There are entire whiskeys that like with value haven't even gotten up to 6. And so like for it to be at 6.25 or 6.5 before we even get to value, like 6.5 out of 8 is like really, really good. And so to only give that a 1, I think that's a little low, but
okay. So my counter offer then.
I'm fine with that. Was just kind of my logic.
Yeah. Let me counter then. Let's say you buy William LaRue Weller at secondary at $1,600. That is an above average bottle. Like it is freaking amazing, right?
No, we don't consider. We've never considered secondary prices on this.
Come on.
No, I think we have. If it's an allocated bottle, you have to at least consider availability.
Like the value of that is just so diminishing. Like it's not worth that much.
Well,
and so
I think we typically
value is its own thing.
So
we've always separate. You have always said you separate value and score.
I do, yeah.
Okay, and then so, it should be. Is this a $200 bottle?
Yeah, I gave it a 6.25 going into value. So I said it was a really good, good bottle.
So then just give it a 2. Give it
a
2
so for us, a 5.
If it was an 8, it would have got a 2.
If 5 is an average, right? So 5 out of 10 is an average value of a bourbon or whiskey. That's average value. 6 is one that you're like, you should probably consider having in your collection. A 7 starts getting to something that you're like, I'm kind of pulling the wool over someone's eyes with this. TJ, this is going to be above a 7 on the scale on our composite.
Yeah, give us our score here.
It's going to be borderline. I haven't done the math yet. It's going to be close to getting it onto the big board.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm just upset about that because if you two would have put it where I think you should have put it, let me see, 7.25 and 7 points. Let's say you both just bumped up a little bit. If you'd have both just bumped up a tad, this would have made the big board.
Yeah, I don't know if this needs to be on the big board. Though.
I agree with Ben. I think it's really good for the price.
Single purchase buy.
Yeah.
If this is at 110 proof, it would be on the big board.
Hey, why didn't you put Rare Breed? Did you put Rare Breed on it? What? Oh, okay. I was just making sure it was up.
Rare Breed Rye, number 2.
Rare Breed Rye is tied for number 1 with Smoke Wagon Small Batch. Yeah, they're
just making sure.
Number 1 and 1A.
What a great bottle.
1A, 1B.
What a great bottle that is.
We have to do a bourbon month coming up in addition to Enemies Month, which Ben set with Elliot. Yes, because this big board is more rye than bourbon, and it's called Bourbon Big Board, and Bourbon on a Budget is the name of the show. So we got to rectify that somehow.
Final scores on this one.
Or not.
Brendan with a 7 and Ben and I with a 7.5. Our composite is a 7 1/3, 7.3 repeating. That's a good score.
I think it's reasonable. Yeah, it's a very good allocated bourbon that you should, if you have the chance to get it.
If you can buy it, you might as well buy it.
Give it a shot because it's probably worth it. Should you buy 3 of them if you get a chance to? Probably not.
Unless you're going to flip it.
Don't say that, guys.
Yeah, if you're gonna flip them, they're gonna If thing flips for like 400,
you would drink yours for free and then make money. So.
You buy 2 and drink them for free. That's what you do.
Go back and listen to Tuesday's episode where we chat with Elliot about everything from Brendan losing whiskey in the press box to Hanukkah to whether or not Christians celebrate Flag Day to
Pop-Tarts. Everyone.
Spoiler alert, we do.
Really good, really good episode where we had a really good time.
Thank you, Elliot. We had fun.
Do you guys have any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Let's get out of here. We will see you guys next week as we get into December and Friend Month continues.
Follow us on social media. Follow us on social media. Bourbon on a Budget everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of the above. We appreciate you guys' support, and we will see you next time. Cheers.